Good morning. How is everybody today? Having exam tomorrow? All the best for your exams. Yeah, so today morning, I would like to share with you something very simple, just to relieve your stress. Do you know that every morning can be a new morning and a fresh morning? Whatever happened yesterday, it could be very hectic, it could be very distressing, it could be very saddening, but when the morning comes, God's mercy will give us new strength. And it's a new morning today. So today we will share something very simple. This is found in Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. You are the salt of the earth. So this is what Jesus said. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his flavor, with which shall it be salted? It is thereafter good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. So salt, we are to be salt, but to be real salt. Over here it says, if you have lose its flavor, if you stop to become salty, then you are for no good. All right. So why does the Bible mention salt more than 30 times? That means it is important. It is because Jesus wants us to have the qualities of salt. We use salt every day. We see salt everywhere, right? But you know, this common things is very special. If you go into the deeper study into this, then we'll realize how important it is. And if you study into the qualities of salt, then you will realize how deep the wisdom Jesus has when he said that you are to be the salt of this earth. Do you notice this man? It is a man here. He is lying in the water and he is floating. Of course, I know that even if you don't swim, you don't know how to swim, if you lie like this in the water, you will float. But on this earth, there is somewhere that it is very easy to float. Do you know where it is? Dead Sea, yes, you are right. Why is it so? Because it's very salty. Because of evaporation, so the salt content of this water is very, very high. So you can just float, even if you don't swim. You don't know how to swim. There is a power in elevating, a power to elevate. Salt water has a power to elevate. This is an experiment. You may have done it in your high school. So if you put fresh water, the egg will sink. If you put salt water, the egg will float. If there is salt in the water, the egg will be elevated. Are you like that? If you are in a society, are you able to elevate the spirituality of the society, or in your class, in your home? If you are salty enough, you are able to do that. You can elevate the spirituality of the whole place that you are in. And depends on how salty you are. All right? So there is a power to permeate. We use salt in cooking, right? We always use salt to cook. because it can enhance the flavor of the food that you cook. If you forget to put salt in your cooking, then it doesn't taste good, correct? Yes. So, are you the one that adds flavor to your class, to your family? And not only add taste, but add good taste. To your friends, are you the one that makes everybody having a happy life, enjoyable experience when they are around you? Okay. Salt also tenderizing meats in cooking. Okay. For those who are experienced in cooking, then you will understand what I mean. And there is a power to preserve everybody from sinning. If you're around, your friend will go the right way. Are you the one like that will help your friends to move in the correct direction? You know, my son in a class, in his class, there is a boy who will always make his friends do the wrong thing. You know, one day, they will go into the computer, and then they will play games, and then he will ask somebody to hack into somebody else's account and play the games and steal everything from the Roblox account. And not only that, when my son said, let's log out now, okay, because they were thinking that they were playing, but they were doing something that is not right, correct? Stealing everybody's thing. And he said, no, don't log out. Let everybody else steal until the account is empty. Just imagine. Are you like that? Are you making your friends to sin? To do wrong things? Or are you preserving them from sinning? Controlling the fermentation and balancing acidity. Okay, it's alkali, okay? Salt is alkali. And we know that for our body, actually, acidity is not so good to promote health. When the love of Jesus fills your heart, then the power of the Holy Spirit will work through you to change others' lives, to change those around you. As you mingle around with them, you permeate their life and change them. So are you able to do that? Are you salty enough to do that? Do you know that people use salt to melt ice? Yes? Yeah. So this happened. Can you see this? All right. So they are using rock salt to melt the ice on the road. So this may happen in cold country, like in winter. Why does salt melt ice? Do you know? Have you done this experiment in high school? Because salt can lower the freezing point of water, so that when you add salt on the ice, the freezing point is lower, then the ice will melt. So Jesus has chosen you and me to go and melt the icy hearts of those people whom Satan had hardened. As we work day in and day out in the hospital, you will meet many people. And sometimes you will notice that those people who are very hard outside actually have something empty in them, in their hearts. And at the moment of sickness, in their time of sickness, they become very vulnerable. So you are meeting them at the critical moment. So you are able to melt their hearts and we can make use of the opportunities. And it is a golden opportunities. All right. So to be in this profession is a great opportunity. And we need to become salty, to be able to melt other people's hearts. Do not think that you are so small, or I am just a nurse, or I'm just a nurse aide. No, you are important because you are meeting people at the time of their critical moments. So we are meeting them, and let us be like the salt. And salt has the power to make people thirsty, right? If you eat very salty food, you'll become very thirsty. So are you like that? When you move around with people, are you making your friends thirsty for Jesus? Do they see you and they see something good in you and something desirable in you that they want to chase after? Are they able to see that? Are you the salt that make them thirsty for Jesus? Let us think about that. Do you know that just to talk about the uses of salt, there are more than 14,000 according to the internet. I'm sure more than that. As a medical person, we know that salt is just indispensable in our body, right? Correct. If your lack of sodium, what will happen to you? Blood pressure will drop, your brain become confused, you are weak, you are not able to walk, and your water balance in the body will be disturbed, correct? Yes. So salt is so important in our body. It can maintain the blood pressure. It is vital in the functioning of neurons, nerves, muscles. Okay, so we cannot live without salt. That is why Jesus has used this very simple thing to tell us great principles. But salt has to be salty. Only if the chemical composition does not change, then only it has its function. And what is salt? Do you know the chemical composition of salt? I'm sure you know. Anybody knows? Salt. What is salt? Yes, that's right. We all use normal saline every day, right? Correct. Yeah. Normal saline is salt. Sodium chloride. If you change the composition, then it loses its function. Then how to keep ourselves salty? Do you know there's one more function that I've forgotten to say is salt cleanses. Before you cook your vegetables, my mother used to do that, yeah? Just put some salt in water and soak the vegetables. And actually it wash away the chemicals on the vegetables, right? Correct? Yeah. Are you able to do that? Be willing to do that? To wash away the dirty things around us. Okay, so come back here. How to keep ourselves salty? How to keep our chemical compositions correct? You see this? Is to be with Jesus every day. Back to the simple conclusion. I do see that all the studies that we can have in the Bible, the deeper study that we can have, come back to this basic, that is to be with Jesus every day. And then you will keep yourself salty. You will be like the salt. So that is to read the Bible every day and to pray every day. So salvation or Christian life is very simple. You can be a holding multiple doctorate degrees person, or you can be a farmer who work on the ground every day. But the way to make us useful is only one. It's the same for everyone. That is to be with Jesus every day. And then we will be kept salty, like the salt on this earth. And we can have multiple functions, and we can help make this world beautiful, make this world clean, and make this world pleasant. And we can save many people, touch many lives. It is same for everyone, you and me. All right?